Commanders begin at their own 25. Shotgun snap. Howell's going to roll out, throws across his body, and that is batted up and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And a disastrous start for the Commanders.
It's a bad drop.
Jermaine Johnson with that heavy pressure. Jets go to the check. This is Breece Hall into some open real estate. Hall taking on tacklers. He's going to get inside the 10. And boy, how about this start for the Jets?
Too many catastrophic plays have plagued the offense and the defense.
Siemian towards the end zone. Leaping stab at it by Wilson. But it is batted down. Well played by Kendall Fuller. Greg Zuerlein has been Mr. Automatic. Good snap, good hold, and that kick is good.
That is a lot for any young quarterback to have that kind of pressure of throwing the ball that many times in a game.
On 3rd and 7, Howell, and he is buried all the way back at the 15-yard line. Gets his shot here in week 16 of the season. Now Way is going to punt, and that one is blocked. It caroms out of bounds right around the 10. Jermaine Johnson got a hand on the football for the Jets.
I don't think I've ever seen this poor of a start from a football team in a long time.
It has been ugly. Siemian on a cross over the middle. It's caught. Jason Brownlee. A Sunday stroll into the end zone. And it is all Jets here at the start. Derek Gore, whom they just called up from their practice squad on Friday, is the lone setback. 3rd and 8. This time Howell is protected. Rolls out. He's going to have to throw across his body. Football squirts out. What's the ruling here? It was Jermaine Johnson who was coming with some heavy pressure.
The offensive line has had a big reason why this running game has stalled.
Here is Hall. Shot out of a cannon. And he will score.
You know, there's nothing serious for Wilson.
But can they just get some rhythm here for Howell? That's his first completion. It's Curtis Samuel. Sam Howell just got his first completion. Pitch play here. This is Rodriguez. And Rodriguez slips a tackle. Boy, he pulls a Houdini. Thought he was going down to the carpet. Tony Adams and Will McDonald had him dead to rights.
I think you have to work inside the numbers.
On 3rd and 10, Howell lit up again. It was Bryce Huff, the Jets' leading sack man, coming around the edge.
And when Rodgers went down, you didn't really have a great backup plan, right?
And they paid the price for that as Tyler Conklin makes a catch. So 5 and change left to play in this opening quarter. And it has been a nightmare for the Commanders. This is a bounce play to the outside. Good looking run that time by Israel Abanikanda.
Really, the offensive line is so much better than where it was last week. You see some early holes for both running backs.
Where Siemian looks for Abanikanda, and he's going to run for it. First down and more for the Jets.
Trevor Siemian, no running backs in the game. Empty formation.
Just outside of the field goal range. Boy, it is Conklin here. Loss against Dallas on Thanksgiving. Another look at the 4th down play here.
Yeah, really, it was a smart play by KJ Henry, who shifted. He knew what was going on. As soon as he saw Conklin get under center, he shifted inside. Still, I know it's going to be tough, but you've got to chip away and run the ball on this defense.
Play action from Howell. They set up here from McLaurin. Little screen pass. McLaurin taking on tacklers. With this franchise, he's played with 10 different quarterbacks. Pretty nuts. That pass, boy, in a tight window. Looking again for McLaurin.
You get up over 10, that is tough to overcome.
Siemian throws a bullet. Wilson with a snatch. Wilson bounces to the outside. There's some of that prodigious talent that this kid has. Punter for Robert Saleh. Leads the NFL with over 4,000 punting yards in the NFL this season. This is Jamison Crowder covering a lot of real estate. Crosses the 45. He's into Jets territory, and he's still going.
Oh, no.
Football is out, and it looks like the Jets have it.
It makes it look more egregious than it is in real time, is what I'm saying. But you're probably right.
Here's Breece Hall. finds the edge close to the 10-yard line, so it turns out to be a 30-yard penalty on St. Jude's. And what has been a cataclysmic first half so far. Simeon looking over the middle. It's Wilson. But a good close quickly after the catch. Percy Butler among the tacklers there. Khaleke Hudson also on the stop. Commander fans certainly hope he's part of the future, because they've got some big decisions to make. Here is Simeon firing towards the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Looks like he's okay. Hopefully get some hazard pay for that. It's a dangerous place to be sometimes on an NFL field, as Greg Zuerlein's Arditi trying to finish strongly against this offense of Washington that is rated dead last in the NFL. Howell on 3rd and 7, trying to buy himself some extra seconds. Puts him there under it, far side, but it sails out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Jets. Bobbled snap off the hands of Simeon. And finally, the Commanders are going to get a break. Jets will have the football to begin the second half, so it puts even more onus on this one for the Commanders. Rodriguez taking on tacklers. Rodriguez chiseling yardage. Touchdown. How about that effort? And he has taken a lot of the blame in our conversations with him this season. Wilson, boy, the spin, unbelievable. He's like playing a video game against this Commanders defense. Clock running. We come up on the 4-minute mark. Look at what Wilson has done. Remember, he had to leave the game for a couple of plays with what appeared to be a leg injury. Simeon, boy, just gets it out in time. Under heavy heat that time. Wilson makes the catch.
You'd be more than happy to wind this down as much as possible and at least get your 3 points going into halftime.
Simeon goes through his reads on 1st down. Here is Hall. They set him up for the screen. Hall extends. And it appears as though they're going to mark him just shy of the end zone.
That's the natural result.
Jets go 6 offensive linemen on 1st and goal. Hall looking for a seam, breaks a tackle, bounces to the outside. He extends, but it appeared as though now they're going to say touchdown.
No, he might have got it. The long corners like that, as fluid in their change of direction, that's what really takes him over the top.
Curtis Samuel lined up in the backfield, and this pass is broken up and intercepted, and it's Quincy Williams. And Arch, that's another bad break for the young quarterback. Samuel doesn't slip. At least he makes a play on that ball to potentially deflect it. Instead, it's an INT. Here's Gibson looking for some daylight. He's got the lead blocker in Conklin in front of him, finally brought down by Khaleke Hudson.
I look at this secondary, and too many times their eye discipline isn't good enough to be successful.
Simeon's pass is intercepted, picked off by Cody Barton. He's got some open real estate in front of him, and he is brought down. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by Jason Brownlee. And he's got a chance here for a 2nd straight week to jumpstart this offense. After the penalty, Brissett on 2nd and 14. Everyone covered. He's going to tuck it away and run for it around the edge and get some of that penalty yardage back. Becomes such a valuable part. So many injuries around the league to the starters. Brissett off the pump fake. That's a low pass, and it's caught by Dotson.
Vaseline,
hair product.
Vaseline on the T-shirt. No.
Those jerseys are a little loose. You want to give the defender anything to hold on to. 3rd and 12. Brissett towards the end zone. It is caught. Logan Thomas for the Washington touchdown. His family is the guys in that locker room. Yeah. And this is really all he has. It's something that you haven't heard, that perspective on Aaron Rodgers. Jacoby Brissett hoping to turn the field now, tilting in Washington's favor. Breece Hall on the check on a 3rd and 16 will only be able to get to the 40-yard line. Where does he go here on 3rd and 3? Trying to extend another drive. Check, boy, Gibson bobbles it, gets it back somehow, and he's right there.
Brissett under center.
Man in motion, hand off, it's Samuel, and a 1st down for the Commanders. On 2nd and 10, 1st down and more. McLaurin breaking a couple of tackles, he's still going.
Score.
Well, it's a tale of 2 quarterbacks right there. How quickly this thing is turned. John Bates.
You know, plays like the previous one to McLaurin, he did the rest.
Fake handoff from Brissett. Takes a shot to the end zone, and it's incomplete, and there's the flag. Jahan Dotson taking a shot.
They just cannot keep their hands on it, offense or defense, in special teams.
It's their fourth drop in this game. Handoff here, Rodriguez. And the Washington Commanders keep coming. Haven't had much to talk about since halftime. They begin this drive at their 22-yard line. Fake handoff, and then Hall as a pass catcher. Hall's going to have a first down and more.
Trevor Siemian has attempted 2 passes over 10 yards, yet to complete any of them.
Siemian's going to take a shot here. Boy, had a little bit of a pocket to Allen Lazard. Handoff here. It's Rodriguez again, slipping a tackle. And look at Rodriguez leapfrogging the defense. So Jacoby Brissett, who came on with 6:40 left in the third quarter, he's orchestrated 2 touchdown drives on his 2 possessions so far. Brissett here, boy, that could be a flag with some contact across the face. He completes, it's Dotson. Jacoby Brissett.
Some positions in the draft if we win too much.
All kinds of things being thought about right now. Run play, Gibson taking a shot. He's going to be brought down just shy of the end zone.
Run the ball well when you've been under center.
Instead, it's Gibson, and he pounds it in. Improbable. Can pull some late game magic. Siemian near side completes to Wilson. Wilson making a miss. Boy, he pulls a Houdini. That's a first down for the Jets. We've got the 2-minute warning and all 3 timeouts, but they need the first down. That pass is high. Was it picked? No, it's incomplete. Just crazy. Brissett will keep it on the ground here. They want to try to force the Jets to burn those timeouts. How does this one end on Christmas Eve at MetLife? Pass over the middle is caught. That's Conklin, the tight end. As Quan Martin is escorted to the Washington sideline. 3rd and 1. That line to gain is the 43. Hall slips the initial tackle, and he's got it. First down. But they're going to tackle him inbound, so the clock moving.
To not just avoid 1, but 2 tackles and pick that first down up.
Jets are still in decent shape with the timeout. Over the middle, Siemian completes. It's Hall again. Hall breaking free. Inside the Commanders' 40. First down, Jets.
Otherwise, you have about 2, maybe 3 plays left if it's incomplete.
There would be a 57-yard field goal from here. Siemian lunges forward. That'll get him a little closer, down to the 35. Tackled by Jonathan Allen. The Pro Bowl kicker in his 12th NFL season to try to save the day for the Jets from 54. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Zuerlein is good. Brissett will go underneath. Pitch play, and that will do it. Logan Thomas on the catch. And the New York Jets on Christmas Eve here at MetLife Stadium survive in what turns out to be a thriller.